Good afternoon, I'm Rob Boskamp, and you're listening to South Texas Midday. Corpus Christi City Council is having its regularly scheduled meeting today. The agenda includes an expected update on the Inner Harbor Water Treatment Campus project. Also, several ordinances on the agenda seeking authorization. First, to allow the city manager or designee to apply for and accept 12 grant renewal applications in an amount of up to about $2.7 million, authorizing 32 grant positions and accepting up to $55,000 in program income from both the Texas and U.S. Departments of Health and Human Services to appropriate funds in the number 1066 Health Grants Fund for said programs. Also up for authorization, 3 real estate sales contracts totaling about $1.5 million to purchase properties for the Nueces River Water Pump Station project located in Council District 1. That will be through the fiscal year 2025 Water Capital Fund. There's also a motion to award a construction contract for the reconstruction of Huntwick Avenue from South Staple Street to a pavement change located in Council District 5. That will be with funding from fiscal year 2025 Streets Type B funds. To see the full agenda, you can visit the city's website at corpuschristitx.gov. A 45-year-old man died last night after being shot in the 4900 block of Cain Drive on Corpus Christi South Side. Police officials said officers were called to the home at around 9:30 p.m. for a shooting with injuries. The Corpus Christi Police Department said the suspect, Adam Salazar, remains in custody with a bond of $1 million. It is being treated as a case of family violence, and officials said there is no threat to the public. This past Saturday, many people in Texas were asked to vote on important positions and roles within local city government. Yesterday, we were able to report the majority of the results, and you can hear those on South Texas Midday wherever you get your podcast. The final results for 3 counties were not available at the time of broadcast yesterday, so here's a quick recap of those results. In Three Rivers City Council, alderperson Sally Rodriguez will continue serving in place 5. For the Three Rivers ISD School Board, Daryl Pullen will continue representing place 1. Incumbent Gerardo Medellin will continue to serve on the Kennedy County Wide Common School District. Meanwhile, Raymondville ISD will see one change as Leticia Telis Guzman replaces Johnny Guerrero as trustee from place 6. There will be no change in the City of Raymondville Commissioner places 3 and 4, with both incumbents winning. And finally, there will be 2 new members of the San Perlita School Board, Andre Rodriguez III and Cassandra Y. Contreras. The Senate's lead property tax cut bill had a House committee hearing yesterday. Houston Public Media's Andrew Schneider says the committee has approved it.
Additional property tax relief is one of Governor Greg Abbott's 7 emergency items for the session. House Ways and Means Committee Chairman Morgan Meyer introduced Senate Bill 4.
Members, Senate Bill 4 will increase Texas's mandatory ISD homestead exemption from $100,000 to $140,000 for over 5.7 million homeowners across the state. SB 4 builds upon what we have done last session. This bill passed the Senate unanimously. SB 4 would apply beginning this tax year, 2025, and would ensure the school districts are held harmless.
2 speakers testified in favor of the bill, and none of the committee members asked any questions. I'm Andrew Schneider in Houston.
The city of Brownsville will honor City Commissioner at Large B, Dr. Rose M.Z. Gowan, for 16 years of service. The recognition ceremony is scheduled for 5 p.m. as part of this evening's official agenda. First elected in 2009, Dr. Gowan, a medical doctor by profession, has spent the past decade and a half advocating for public health, wellness, and active living initiatives in Brownsville. One of her most significant achievements was forging a partnership between the University of Texas Health Houston, School of Public Health Brownsville, and the city's health department. Dr. Gowan also played a key role in the creation of the Brownsville Farmers Market, serving as its first chairwoman and guiding it to become a Texas certified farmers market. In Edinburgh, a ribbon-cutting ceremony was held yesterday for the University of Texas Rio Grande Valley's new advanced manufacturing research facility. The state-of-the-art center is set to become a regional hub for applied research and innovation in advanced manufacturing, energy systems, national defense, and emerging technologies essential to workforce training and economic development. According to officials, the facility will provide advanced research infrastructure to support collaborative projects and enhance hands-on student engagement. A 12th grade student at Veterans Memorial Early College High School in Brownsville recently won the 2025 34th District Congressional Art Competition. Sofia C. Acevedo Gomez's winning piece, Unspoken Empathy, will be displayed in the U.S. Capitol for 1 year alongside other winners from across the country. Since 1982, over 650,000 high school students have entered for a chance to have their artwork displayed in the U.S. Capitol. This year, the Congressman's office received 94 total submissions. Art competition winners will have the opportunity to travel to D.C. to attend a reception honoring winners from each congressional district. In addition, Acevedo Gomez will be eligible to receive a $3,000 art scholarship to attend the Savannah College of Art and Design should she apply and be accepted for enrollment. Nearly 400 Edinburgh CISD students are finishing the school year at the city's recreation center. Last week, Edinburgh CISD announced that students in the 3rd through 5th grades from Canterbury Elementary School would be relocated to the Edinburgh Recreation Center. Yesterday was the first day of the relocation. It's being done as Canterbury Elementary is getting deep cleaned after E. coli was found in several rooms. Previously, the district relocated about 200 students from grades pre-K through 2nd to Freddie Gonzalez Elementary School. District officials said the E. coli levels do not pose a threat to students' health. The Texas Senate heard a bill yesterday afternoon that would expand the requirements for law enforcement agencies to submit individuals suspected of gang activity into statewide databases. Senate Bill 2201, authored by El Paso Democrat Cesar Blanco and Granbury Republican Brian Birdwell, would increase training requirements for operating the databases, allow self-admissions outside of court, and expand the criteria to be admitted after an interaction with an officer. Birdwell said he attributed the creation of the bill to the rise of cartel and gang-related activity across the state.
Criminal street gangs and foreign terrorist organizations fail to abide by the rule of law and consistently change their tactics to circumvent law enforcement operations. The evolving landscape of organized crime demands adaptation by the state and every law enforcement agency.
The bill has yet to be voted out of the chamber. The current legislative session ends in 4 weeks on June 2nd. Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton has dropped his lawsuit against Capel ISD. KERA's Bill Ziebel reports the state had alleged the district was teaching an illegal curriculum.
In March, Paxton sued Capel ISD for teaching, quote, woke and hateful critical race theory. In response, the district sought sanctions against the AG's office, saying Paxton's accusations were based on 2-year-old undercover videos that were false and taken out of context. District lawyers argued in court filings the secret videos were, quote, heavily edited and manipulated so to be grossly misleading. The video's creator, conservative activist group Accuracy in Media, stood by its claims, but did not provide unedited footage as requested by KERA. Paxton is now suing Austin ISD on similar claims the district is teaching CRT. I'm Bill Ziebel in Dallas.
Some Rio Grande Valley road closures to be aware of. Pavement repair work is being done on the eastbound Interstate 2 main lanes between Palmview and Mission, according to the Texas Department of Transportation. Because of the repairs, drivers should expect lane closures and possible delays between FM 492 and Palmview and Conway Avenue in Mission through Friday. TxDOT officials said paving crews will be present on those days between 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. Additionally, eastbound I-2 frontage road on and off ramps within the project limits will also be impacted with temporary closures. South Benson Road in McAllen will also close between Mile 4 Road and FM 676 Auburn Avenue. That closure will be in effect until June 9th. San Antonio's Ford Mariachi Festival just wrapped up last week, but unlike most mariachi festivals, it doesn't take place in a building. It doesn't even happen on a stage. Texas Public Radio's Jack Morgan takes us to the Riverwalk during the city's largest celebration, Fiesta.
San Antonio's downtown is built on 2 levels. One features the bustling city streets, and then 15 feet down is the river level, where barges tote tourists and the circular 1.5-mile horseshoe bend, filled with hotels and restaurants. Earlier this week, I descended to the river where several dozen high schoolers milled about, holding and sometimes playing guitars, violins, guitarrons, and trumpets. The cloud with heavy rain threatened to let loose.
My name is Jason Thibodeau. I'm the director of orchestras from Churchill High School, and I also conduct the Mariachi Orgullo from Churchill High School.
Thibodeau says the Mariachi Club was his students' idea. He notes that taking on mariachi was family tradition for some, but not all.
For some of our kids, this is how they relate to their past or their own traditions. And then for some of our kids, like me, they're learning a new tradition.
Orchestra and choir programs there are musical electives, and mariachi is a music club for after-school hours. Carlos Cifuentes plays the 5-string vihuela.
We like to explain it to people as a bigger ukulele or as a guitar without the top E string.
This isn't family tradition for Carlos. It's one that immerses him in a past he's never had.
As a proud first-generation Hispanic teenager, joining the Mariachi Orgullo was definitely one of the best decisions I could have done with my high school years.
River barges appear, and one mariachi band after another loaded students on and began the performance route to crowds lining the horseshoe bend. Azul Ruiz has been playing since 5th grade, and she is carrying on family tradition.
I'm actually from Mexico City, and my grandfather was a composer, and my father sung in mariachis.
The impression that Mariachi Club has made on Azul has her making plans, and she credits Thibodeau with part of it.
I'm going to study art education. I want to be an art teacher. Kind of based on what Mr. T is like. He puts all his dedication into this, like a fine art.
Sarah Moore plays violin.
I started orchestra when I was in 6th grade and have continued that all throughout high school. And then I joined the mariachi program at Churchill my sophomore year.
We loaded up and headed to the Horseshoe Bend where the kids got to play, and at one stop, we're joined by ballet folklorico dancers. Maria Tijerina was one of a large crowd of visitors who watched the kids play and dance.
And I think that's a great way to help them succeed, not just in their high school, but also in their community, with their families, and in their future too.
That rain cloud moved on, leaving the kids to the warm embrace of the thousands lining the river. I'm Jack Morgan in San Antonio.
We continue our coverage in San Antonio as we now move to sports. Greg Popovich, the winningest coach in NBA history, officially passed his legendary torch yesterday to Mitch Johnson, who had been serving as interim head coach of the San Antonio Spurs. Texas Public Radio's Brian Kirkpatrick reported on yesterday's news conference at the Spurs headquarters at The Rock at La Cantera.
I'm no longer a coach. I'm El Jefe. That's Popovich speaking to reporters as he unzipped his jacket to reveal his shirt. It read El Jefe across the chest and Senor Popovich, president of basketball ops, on the back. The coach said the time had come for such a move after he had a stroke in November.
I can never express the gratitude that I have for so many people caring about our organization and sending me thoughts, prayers.
Spurs greats Manu Ginobili and Tim Duncan were on hand too and got a laugh out of Popovich's shirt. The coach led the Spurs to 5 NBA championships. I'm Brian Kirkpatrick in San Antonio.
And that is the latest news and information on South Texas Midday. I'm Rob Boskamp. Your community arts calendar and more is on the way.